Hi, welcome to another video. Today I will be going into something that's a bit of an off topic. It's not anything related to a specific game, it's not anything related to uh, reviews. It's more of just a general topic and general feelings and thoughts I have regarding this topic. CRTs are fantastic. I'm just going to be blunt with you guys about this. If you guys have a classic console of any kind, basically any console for which the primary way of viewing and experiencing the audio and visuals of the console is through analog, i.e., those component or those composite cables that you had to plug in to the television. If you have any console like that, I would recommend you go out and find a CRT immediately. The reason why I say this is because, in my opinion, and in my personal experience, CRTs are just flat out the best way to experience older games. So, unfortunately, I have to make this admittance, but I, even though I really haven't played and beaten many other new games in the past handful of years, I've played a lot of other games. And there was one game though that I did beat. Unfortunately, it's a game I've already beaten 4 times, and I do plan on actually making a video on some of the new things that I found out in this most recent playthrough, but it was Tales of Symphonia, specifically on the GameCube. Now, obviously, if you've read or watched my review of Tales of Symphonia, specifically the PC port, you will know that the PC port, the PS3 port, and the PS2 ports all run at 30 frames per second. The GameCube version, however, runs at 60. But for a lot of people, the upgrade in terms of HD visuals and other quality of life features made the newer versions better, even though they ran at an inferior frame rate. However, I was curious. My friend was basically giving away some CRTs, and so I got a smaller one, and I started playing PS2, and I started playing Wii on there, specifically Tales of Symphonia. And when I tell you guys, the visuals knocked me off of my feet. CRTs, these games were made for CRTs. That's why when you try to play them on an HDTV, it just doesn't look as good because it wasn't made for the different displaying technology that's used in HDTVs. Even when you use things like upscalers, it just doesn't look and feel the same. There's a certain life that's inside of a CRT that brings games to life. There's a certain quality about CRTs that just make them pop. The games feel real, and the first time I played Tales of Symphonia, it really kicked in like why I used to think, or not even used to think really, it really brought to my attention how I could so vividly remember certain games I played way back in the day. You know, before I had the CRT, I used to think like, how can I remember playing games on these old TVs and consoles so vividly when they look like crap on a modern display, which has all the new bells and whistles of modern technology. And the fact is, it's because of the way that it's made now that's different from what it used to be in terms of how televisions are made and produced and how they display. It's because of those differences that classic games don't shine the same way that they're supposed to on CRTs. Even when you have like component cables and you're able to get access to higher resolutions and progressive scan, it still just isn't as good. Like, playing PS2 with composite cables on a CRT is leagues better than playing on an HDTV with a component to HDMI conversion, where you're getting the highest possible resolution and progressive scan from the PS2 on a high definition display. It's just not the same. There's a certain life that's breathed into the game that makes it feel more real, I guess. With an specifically with older consoles, sometimes they can feel kind of not fully there. It can feel kind of fabricated and fake, but with a CRT, it feels real and it feels alive. I don't know how else to explain it. I just recommend you go out and find one. Usually you can find them at many thrift stores. Goodwill doesn't have them anymore because they stopped selling them a while ago, and they had their giveaway where they basically just gave away all of their CRTs because they just wanted to get rid of them because they were taking up space. I would definitely recommend not getting a huge one. Go for a medium or small one because those will be a lot easier for you to carry around, and they won't take up as much space when you have them set up in your room. That's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching and listening to my thoughts on this sort of niche topic, and